Doctors say 11-year-old will die. On her 80th birthday, No's mom's choice kept her alive. No surgery is ever small when it's being performed on someone you love, but heart surgery has always prompted fear in families. Modern medicine has only recently helped people outlive the natural lives of their hearts, and in the past, discovering a problem with your heart was often a death sentence. 80-year-old Mary Daniel of Birkenhead, England, knows that full well. When she received a diagnosis of a heart murmur at the age of 5, doctors expected that she wouldn't live past 17. She was later diagnosed with patent ductus arteriosus, a disease that occurs in very young infants when their heart development gets partially interrupted. As babies grow inside their mothers, their two main arteries are connected by a blood vessel called the ductus arteriosus. This vessel usually closes soon after birth, preventing oxygen-poor blood in one artery from mixing with oxygen-rich blood in the other. In Daniel's case, though, it stayed open. At school, they would tell me to take it easy and used to stop me doing certain things, but I didn't really understand why, because I never felt ill, she told the Liverpool Echo. In those days, children were dying all around me from tuberculosis and polio, so I was just seen as another ill child. Most British doctors said she would die if she didn't receive treatment. But at that time, there was nothing they could do for Daniel's condition. One American doctor, though, offered her hope in the form of a brand new form of surgery. The downside? It was incredibly risky. Understand that Daniel faced this illness during the late 1940s. Surgeons in Philadelphia and London had managed to open constricted heart valves by inserting their fingers into still beating hearts through narrow slits in the chest. The 1950s would see Canadian surgeons inducing hypothermia in animals to prevent brain damage due to oxygen loss during open heart procedures, but only 15% of the test subjects fully recovered. But the use of mechanized ventilators to bypass the normal functioning of heart and lungs wouldn't become standard practice until years later. Despite that risk, Daniel's mother bravely decided to try the surgery in the hope it would extend her daughter's life. On April 27, 1949, she went in for the procedure. "My mum cried all the way on the train up to Myrtle Street Children's Hospital," said Daniel. "I didn't expect to see her again, but I just knew I had to have this operation." Daniel said she can remember music playing at a nearby roller rink outside her ward the night before her surgery. She had wondered to herself, "Will I ever hear music again?" Though the surgery was brutal, requiring a 25-stitch incision and the removal of some of Mary's ribs, she would go on to hear music again. She would also have 4 children of her own, all thanks to one reason: her mother's brave decision in the midst of daunting odds. "I have never been ill. It is quite surprising, really," she said. "I will always be grateful to my mum for her bravery, and I do feel very lucky."